Oh, yep, now recording.
Yep, there it is. Okay, perfect.
It begins.
All right, awesome. So, Margarito, I've been so excited to do this with you.
Likewise, no, this is my ish. I love this.
I know. That's why I'm excited. This is kind of dark, but this is, we're just practicing.
Was definitely
right now, and I don't think people want to see me as much as they want to hear what you have to say, like I do. Right? So it's my face is a little dark, but we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
So you talk a lot about narcs, emps, 2020 empaths, Neo. Let me see if I can get Neo, the Matrix, Unique Inc., the Apocalypse. What am I missing?
Traditional, hurt, and lost emps.
Traditional, lost, and hurt, and lost emps. Okay, so let's start with the first one, which is Neo. What is that? Tell me what Neo is.
So now that I went through the Matrix, going through my awakening. So here's a kicker all you have in this world to make life particularly easy, black and white, make it for the emps to understand what's going on as an individual in this world. All you have is square the circle of emps and narcs, right? So with that said, everything, it sounds crazy, everything that we've watched as little kids, movies, read books, series, everything always has good and evil. Back to square one, emps and narcs. Everything, I don't care what it is. And that's the reason why it's always confliction, because it's always positive versus negative. You can't get along.
So positive, negative,
and that's all there is.
Light, dark, good, evil, square, circle, emps, narcs, Neo, and
Agent Smith.
Neo and Agent Smith?
The Matrix, the movie, that's the best analogy what's going on in this world. That's why I say that. The movie, Matrix, the Matrix.
It's been on my list for a very long time to watch, and I haven't.
Oh,
so
you gotta watch it.
If I or other people watch the Matrix, will understand what Neo.
They will understand, yes, because
okay.
So in the spiritual world, right? So the Matrix is basically a spiritual world or realms, as they call them. So you have 2D, which is us that are emps and narcs, even narcs know what they are. They're in 2D world, and they live in life, and it's life. Whatever happens, it's life, deal with it. 2D world, fucking sheep, as they call them, right? 3D world is what I'm in, basically. When you wake up and you kind of understanding what's going on. That's why all these people on TikTok talk about emps and narcs. Many emphasize on narcs, right? But they're going through awakening. They're not woke. They're going through awakening. They're understanding what's going on.
Hold on. Did you just say many of us are narcs or were narcs?
No. Many emps and narcs are in
emps and narcs. Okay.
Yeah. They're in the 2D world. They don't know what they are. So they're aka 2D world is the sheep. Like you're just sheep. You're just living life, and that's it. Deal with a lot of people stuck in the generational cycle, so they don't even know what's going on. They're just dealing with life, right?
Unawakened.
Correct. AKA the sheep 2D world. 3D world is when basically a traditional emp is in 2D world because they don't know what they are. Her empath becomes in the 3D world according to it's called the awakening, because now you're asking questions like, okay, you're dying, you go through your feelings, right? And it hurts. And it sucks. And then you're trying to figure out why. So with that said, that's why I say once again. So with that said, traditional hurt lost emps, what are they? See, and I speak differently because, I made these categories, so it's not being about.
I love it. I just want to understand it.
Right? It's not about being better than anybody. It's just basically I'm like the referee. Like I'm top above Emp and Narc. Okay, a Narc, you're no matter what a Narc, you're always gonna be disqualified. End of story. I don't care about you. Now, to dish your last emps, I'm gonna guide you because we all have narcissistic traits, not knowing. And that's why everybody in the world has narcissistic traits. Why do you think you last shot? Why do you think you steal? Why do you think you hit? You don't do it because you're bored. Something triggers you. Your environment around you, something triggers you. Mm-hmm. And that's why life becomes hard, right? So with that said, when you go to the 3D world, you're awakening. Typically, they'll say the narcissist, yes, that narc will destroy you. And you will start going through your awakening. You start researching, going out and trying to figure out what you are, what's going on in this world, Like the technology is so highly advanced nowadays. TikTok #1, search bar narcissist, boom. Let's watch the world die, right?
That makes sense to me. So you have your own language or your own unique ink and unique
terminology. Correct.
Yeah, I like that. So I definitely have to watch that movie for sure.
Oh yeah.
When you say hurt emps, okay, and you talk about going through the awakening. So the hurt emp is anybody who has really been discarded by a narc.
A narc, yes. Number one, that's a fucking job. And then a traditional hurt lost emp with narcissist traits would do the exact same thing. Like my ex, like I believe she was a narcissist. Narcissist traits, really high narcissist traits, right?
Yep.
I was more the verbal abuser, narcissist traits. She was more the physical abuser, narcissist traits, right?
You guys
So,
were just both toxic together
oh, this is the 7 years of
on
shit.
different. Yeah.
7 years of
Okay.
shit. But here's the
Yep.
kicker. But here's the kicker. I tell people when you start going through 3D world, going through awakening,
Yep.
traditional hurt lost stems. What are you? Lovers, healers, overthinkers, right? What do you worry about? Love, time, death. Out of the 5 W's, who, when, where, when, why, whom, what's your favorite question? Why? What triggers the overthinking?
Hmm.
Because your head's your best friend and your worst enemy, right?
Hmm.
What triggers overthinking is this, especially in the beginning of a breakup, is what you have to let go of your ex. It's the first hardest, most painful step in the world. How are you supposed to do that? You can try to do it by yourself. You can try. I tried my first baby mom's. Narcissist
Yeah.
1,000. It took me 5.5 years losing my brother to finally let it go 1,000 by myself. Because I thought that not know, I believe that no one's going through what I'm going through. They can't feel what I'm feeling. Bullshit. We're brainwashed that, we just brainwashed that that no one's feeling what we're feeling. And that's why when you get
I
triggered
guess.
with suicide thoughts, it'll get to that point. So that's why with suicide, my belief with suicide, real shit, real talk, our narcissists will verbalize, say it, won't do it. Traditional last stamp that verbalize, they'll cut themselves. They'll add it off a bridge. They won't do it. They cannot do it because you know why? They
Why?
know they know it's wrong. They know it's very selfish as hell. The
Okay.
quiet.
So traditional and lost won't do it.
Well, no. Yeah,
Did I hear that right?
traditional hurt and loss won't do it. The ones that actually verbalize it, I'm done with
Yep.
this world. I get out of here. They start cutting themselves. They'll get cut to 1,000 times. They'll have scars. They won't ever do it. They won't ever do it. I promise you that. Because they can't. Because no, they know deep in the head. If I take myself out, what do? I leave everybody with unanswered questions. I leave everybody with the last conversation, and that's a shitty way to go out. That's a shitty way to do to your family and friends around you.
So who does commit suicide then?
That's the quiet amps. They're all traditional hurt lost, but the quiet ones, the ones that put the mask of smiles on really good, and they're dying. They just got cheated on. They lost their mom, their dad, anyone important to them, right? They got devoured,
Right.
but they put the mask of smiles on. They hide behind it really good. There's that laugh. Perfect example. Um, I'm so bad with names. The lead singer from Linkin Park. Perfect example. Prime
Okay,
example. He was a good dude, but it's like he even said up here in this head, my best friend or my worst enemy. This up here, this is it's not a safe house.
Right.
He verbalized, he knew what was wrong with it. But he was trying to figure out what he was, and that is an amp that's hurt so bad that with no guidance, no matter how much money you have, etc. Fame, it does not matter at all. Your head is your best friend, your worst enemy. That's what I tell people many
Right.
times. The more people in your support team, the more better, most definitely.
Oh my God. Yes.
But at the end of the day,
Yes.
like I tell them, I'll have to talk to you. Like, shut up. I'll guide you, hold your hand, tell you how I did it. But
Yes.
all I can do is guide you. And
Yes.
that's why there's a music artist if you want, I don't know if you heard of this rap artist named NF, the letter NF, Nora Frank. So yeah, write this down. It's a badass song.
I was gonna say I gotta do the Matrix. I gotta do the NF. Okay.
I got you.
Yep.
So the artist name is NF. The song's called Mansion, like the mansion, like the mansion, the building, etc. Anyways, so that is the best analogy of our fucking heads. I love it because so when I was going through it, right, NF is not the artist to listen to when you're going through depression, anxiety, breakups. He will put you in your feelings, and if you are notice when I say this, if you're a traditional lifestyle that is weak by yourself, I promise you that you will fall to drugs, alcohol, potential suicide. Because you're not supposed to listen.
It's that powerful.
Oh yeah, no, it's just his music is not. It's not good for you if you're going through it. I promise you, he is not the artist to listen to. As you go through your awakening, you can listen to it. It'll start hurt you, but not as much because now you understand what he's good. He's like he says, like they interviewed him, right? And in his head, he thought that when he finally makes it in the music industry and he gets his recognition, he will finally be happy in life with himself. Like he would.
Right.
Don't
we all think that? Like when we get this, when we get that, when we have this, when we, like.
Right. Our standards are this dream, which is cool. It's cool to have that, but that's what me personally like the word hope, right? I don't use the word hope. I stopped using the word hope since 07, 08. Because hope is like this. If you say, I hope I get the job, right? I hope I get the job. So your head, what's your head doing? Starts overthinking. And your head is like, oh, I got the job. I'm going to make money. I'm about to make some moves, right?
Mhm.
The downfall, if you don't get a job, what happens to you?
Right.
You become bitter. Your day goes to shit. You become a bitch, right? And you take it on everybody because why? You did not get the job because you hoped and prayed. No, just stop people. Just pray on
Right.
it. Or what I say
And
is,
it's yeah. I was gonna say that, everybody's like manifesting things. I'm so
I
glad
know.
that you laughed about that, right? Like, so if you're positive things are gonna come to you and everything. And I don't know how you feel about Richard Brannon or whatever, but I remember him saying, he's like, yeah, everything's positive, everything is great until it's fucking not,
Right.
and
It's the truth. It's the
oh, thank
truth.
you.
It's the truth. Hey,
Did you bring me a t-shirt? Hold
you
on a
know.
second.
Oh, you good. You good.
My aunt brought me my coffee.
Awesome.
Yeah, until it's freaking not.
Yeah.
You can or when people are saying, because God is on my side, we're gonna win this. We're gonna.
Oh man, yo, we can talk about this forever. This is gonna be a long ass conversation.
Oh, for fuck's sake, right? Like, it was somebody who was very new on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was just starting out and he's like, oh, my narc just left me and blah, blah, blah. And then like a week later, he's like, well, but God is on our side. Yeah, God is on our side. Does that mean we're going to get everything that we want? Is manifesting, is hope, is being positive, like Santa Claus?
Right.
Santa Claus that's how I feel. That's how I feel.
It's
right?
the truth. But you know why? So shit
Why?
out. I wish it was posted to the whole world, all the amps going through it in every language. So I'm gonna stab people in the heart. So it's cool to manifest, right? It's cool to have positive around you. I say it many times. Push narcs, energy vampires away 1,000. Who are energy vampires? On TikTok, they would say narcs, common sense, duh, narcs. Tradition, her last name, but narcissists who do the same shit as a narc does. Push us away also. Keep only positive.
Say that those are unhealed empaths.
As far as traditional last step, so the traditional ones are like this. A traditional lamp is basically when you're a virgin, right? And then whoever you laid down with, traditionally speaking wise, your ways, you stay with that person for 20, 30 years because of tradition. Because whoever I laid down with, that's it. Old school, those come and tell you the way I was taught. Whoever have kids, that's my life. So the second thing, I'm there. And that's what 12 years of narc bullshit. I was like a dumbass. Where everyone tell me, she's a piece of shit. I know, but I love her. I know. And here's the kicker, which I'm gonna do.
You love her, and this is the way it's supposed to be.
Right. I gotta deal with it. Yeah, especially in the Spanish culture, which I was about to share the Spanish culture, and that's the reason why they don't like me too much, which I don't give a shit, because the Spanish culture is the number two narcissist culture in the world. Number one is Middle Eastern Muslims. It's number one. They've been saying this shit before fucking Jesus times, and they stand to this day. They still abide with the women's. They gave women a little bit more freedom, a little bit. They can show more, they speak more, but they still regular. Like, I'm the man. You gotta listen to me. I have a poly. I have 20,000 wives. I got money, right? 20,000 wives. Like, cool, whatever. Live that miserable life. That's why I tell my buddies at Middle Eastern in Seattle that do that poly shit. I tell them, shit up. You have your wives, right? Don't be mad when one of your wives starts seeing somebody else. Why can you have 20 and she can't have nobody else? Because of tradition? Nah, fuck
God
this
said.
shit. Right. Well, Allah, yeah, etc. So that religion in general.
Carved out that God. Like, oh, what a coincidence. God wants what I want.
Exactly. So it's
that's weird.
We rely on God so much, but it's a big controversy, most definitely in that note, and that's why. So I tell people, like, no matter what, to make life a lot easier as we speak today, push narc energy vampires away 1,000, right? Keep only positive people, which is other amps survive with you, because a true person, true family and friends that love you, and it can be no matter if friends locally or on social media. The only time they give you shit is when somehow magically you're blind and you think you're doing right, but everyone's like, no, you're doing wrong. But so now when they give you shit is what? Not being mean to you.
When you change.
It's called constructive criticism. They're telling you, hey, right there, what you're about to do is wrong. You're gonna do that person wrong. Why? No. And they'll elaborate with you. What you're trying to do, that's no. For some reason in your head, you think it's right, but it's wrong. If you don't believe me, ask the rest of your family and friends that you care about before you do what you do to that person or that whatever's gonna happen, And they'll be like, oh shit. And because sometimes that's why as 3D world, aka Lightworkers, were God's angels. In the 3D world, I'm supposed to guide 2D, 3D, and 4D, 5D is the higher levels, which is that's your tarot card readers, that's your crystals, your the astrology and all them shits, the Wicca, all that. That's 4D, 5D world. So I'm 3D world. So I guide everybody basically. Once again, the referee. So when 40s, 50s messing up somehow, because whatever in there, because once again, we're human, right? And something's detouring their train of thought wise, I just jump in the mix, like, hey, don't do that. You're doing wrong. What? And I elaborate why. And they're like, oh, damn. And which I do with a lot of 45 world, because they get into feelings because once again, I tell them, so you can have all these positive people, all these life coaches, all your squad. You can have them all around you, right? And in the day, when you go home by yourself, you lay in bed by yourself with no partner, that you have to feel by yourself, right? Everything's back in your head. So everyone's hyping you up. You're feeling good all day. Hell yeah, run, doing whatever you got to do. Get home. Everything, your head is your best friend and your worst enemy.
You're still you.
You got to deal with your head. And that's where it's the hardest. It's the hardest step in the world. And then that's why I tell people, a lot of people are going through awakening. A lot of people are, but they're not woke. And I call them out on that. I go, they'll say they're woke. I'm like, no respect when I tell you this. You can say verbally you're woke, right? But judging whether you are in your TikToks, you're talking about your ex, which is cool to tell your story. But when you have your followers commenting you wise and you get bitter about it or react in a negative type of way, you're not. I'm sorry, no respect to you at all. You're not woke. You think you don't know you are, because the comment shouldn't have bothered you. You would have just elaborated the situation, or you would have done what? Your TikTok, they commented on your TikTok, do a video response to what you're saying. That's what I do all day. Yo, I tell people, please comment. I love this is easy. I can do this all day with you guys. This is I love debating.
I want to say that when people get upset about things that maybe you think that they shouldn't. Like, why are you getting upset about? Like, that's more ego.
It depends on the situation. And
it's more their ego getting involved, right? Like,
ego,
and
yes.
You can't be woke if your ego is interfering in learning.
Correct. And then being more open-minded, and because everyone has their own opinions. I tell people, I don't Bible something nobody will just say, because I go on people's, like, for example, I called out the counselor, right? And we were supposed to do a duel. We were supposed to do a duel. But I'm not gonna do it with her because I would hurt her every which way. Because I went on her live when she was doing a duel with a younger white girl, and I was basically by myself. I love to debate. I tell people this is easy, pathetically easy for me personally. I'm woke, right? Matrix, Neo, all that great jazz. So I had the counselor coming at me. I had the other girl coming at me. Had all the counselors' followers coming at me because I'm just telling everybody. They're like, so it's just great.
I forget what. Do you want to talk about that on this?
What's that?
Do you want to talk about that? Because I forget what prompted it.
Okay, so with that counselor, right? She did it. Okay, so she did a stitch to this guy's TikTok, a young white cat.
Yep.
And basically, he wanted to date with this female. And he's saying he spent $600. At the end of the day, all he got was a thank you, and that's it. Not a kiss, nothing. I don't know if he expected to lay down with her or be in a relationship, but the point being is he blew $600. He didn't get shit, right? And then, but some people, once again, if you don't know your boys in guarding you or guiding you in life, like, yo, don't blow all that money. Take it out for $50-$100, sure, if you choose to. But don't think in your head you give her blow 10 grand, she's gonna be with you. It's her choice to be with you or do anything with you if she wants to, right?
But anyway, so what was the problem?
So her as a licensed counselor, that's why once again, I don't give a shit about anybody's credentials. No, that's just a piece of paper. I'm a computer technician. I'm a doctor. I can fix computers, but I don't have my Microsoft, A+ certifications. I don't need that. It's a piece of paper. Anyone can read the book, pass it. You work for Microsoft. You're a computer technician. Now, can you work on a computer? Do you know what? If this shit does, can you not do it? See, it's a major difference. It's all about personal experience versus a book. A book can only tell you so much, and that's it, right? So
I got more healing from life coaches.
Oh yeah.
Any counselor or
whatever. I'll talk about counselor now. So with that, her as a certified counselor, I called her out. I called her out, and I was like, I think like I think it said, tell me you're a hurt counselor without telling me you're a hurt counselor. You'll go first, and that's what I told her, right?
Ouch.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you, I don't mess around. I'm gonna stab in your heart, get your attention right away like this. Because I'm gonna trigger you to see how you are. If you're woke and you're open-minded, or you're going through your awakening, but you're still not open-minded because you're in between because you still haven't fully healed. You're not woke, right? So the reason why I told her that, because she starts, talking about him. First and foremost, a lot of people think guys think that you take him out, which she has the right to say that. Yes, that you can have sex with them, whatever. Most definitely, yes, it does not mean that. But at the end, she starts mopping his ass up, like saying he's a dumbass for that. So I'm like, that's what got me. I was like, how can you, a counselor, quote unquote, a positive person that help people and guide people, build it, and this person called me a dumbass. No, you don't do that. No, that's how I called her out on her shit. And then what she did, what she did is stitch to my TikTok response wise, or whatever TikTok response.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's like, you know, I don't know, something along the line, saying basically like, I don't know if you know, you're coming after me for this reasons, but you know, I said what I said, and there's a difference between being, you know, having your professional life and the real world, you know, yourself as an individual. And then from there, wise, you know, and then she starts going on this. This is where you put. This is where she started saying more. She started putting word in my mouth. If you want to get me off TikTok, and which I never said once, you know, if you want to get me off TikTok, if you want to, you know, because I'm trying to do is, you know, do self-awareness for all these people who do, you know, rape, all that, but if you want to get me off TikTok, then do something. I just responded to her. I was like, first and foremost, don't put words in people's mouths. Not once did I say, hey, look at my comments. Honestly, I did like 2 comments. I just said, how can you be a positive person, like certified counselor, and you calling him a dumbass? You can say he's wrong for that, profession-wise, right? So that's what I told. On top of that,
you called her a hurt counselor.
Yeah,
I feel like it. No. I feel like you, on one hand, you said, "Well, I don't care. It's a piece of paper. We're all the same. I'm the same. I can teach empaths. You can be a counselor. You have a piece of paper. You don't. But I'm gonna test you now, okay? So
go for it.
You're holding her to a higher standard than yourself because of that piece of paper.
Correct. She did it. Well, you have to, because.
So which one?
Because the piece of paper.
Do the pieces of paper not matter? And saying a dumbass versus a hurt counselor, it's an insult.
Well, so as far as like me saying like, okay, back to square one, when she called the guy a dumbass, as a positive person, because if you break it down, counselors, psychiatrists, therapists are above all regular humans, quote unquote, everyday humans, right? So you're supposed to be a positive person. You're not supposed to belittle anybody. So me personally, by me throwing the jabs, calling her hurt because she is hurt, as I said, tell me you're her counselor without telling me her counselor, because it's like me personally, individual, right? If I'm guiding you, and let's say you mess up, and I keep guiding you and you keep messing up, I'm not calling you, yeah, why keep being dumbass? I'd be like, yo, why keep falling on your face? I'll use better words. So as it is, you're going through shit in your head. What am I gonna do? How am I gonna make your life any better and your sense of thoughts any better because you're stupid, you're a dumbass, you keep fucking up? I'm like, why keep falling on your face? Are you bored? Because if you're bored, just tell me you're bored, you know? And I'm gonna have fun with it. I'm gonna crack jokes, because the idea is to, you know, stab in your heart, get your attention, crack jokes with you, and uplift you. To laugh at your own self. Nothing's wrong with laughing at yourself. I tell people, you want to see me last year when I died, when my ex destroyed me, which, you know, I heard Emp, not a narcissist. It was, you know, before TikTok for sure. I started my Facebook blogs and video blogs, set up lives. For the first 2 weeks, I did my audio blogs. You want to hear me cry like a bitch? Oh yeah, I was dying. I was doing that with 8 kids at once. I'm not a mom or dad. I'm a guy that works, and that's it. She got up and left, and I just dealt the shit up myself. If I wanted to, like a traditional guy, give my kids to my parents and my other kids to her parents. Fuck it, I'm done. Fuck everybody, I'm done. I'm party, kick it, bitches, whatever, the traditional ways, right? No, I'm not fooling my kids. It ain't my kid's fault. That's between her and I, and that's it. I gotta deal with myself. I will figure this shit out. I died once, hardcore. My first baby mom was an ex-narc, right? And the reason why I had my ink is because my first baby mom did the same shit. She left me for the phone social media party. She had August entanglement. But I wasn't. I was not in back. This is back in 08 or 09. I had a smartphone, but it was just a phone. That's all it is. I used it as a phone. I didn't give it. MySpace was dying. Facebook was popping, and that's it. She was on Facebook, so that's why she did her sneaky link. She had August entanglement on Facebook. I was not on social media, so that's why I'm now that I'm on social media. Right, I've been doing social media since 2012, roughly. Let me try Facebook out. Boom. I love social media as it is, because you can talk to the. Look at. I don't know you from Adams. I'm talking to you, right? We're vibing, right?
Talk all day.
So
you don't want. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So there's beauty in it. There's beauty.
1,000, because I tell people we might not physically ever see each other, because everyone has their own lives in all over this world, right?
Yep.
To fly to everybody, it's gonna be very expensive. Very expensive, right?
I plan on doing that.
Oh, there you go.
I really do. I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna add Seattle to the list for sure. I'm like, I'm going to Cali, I'm going to Virginia, I'm even going to Idaho. I got somebody I want to see in Idaho, Virginia, Florida, Texas. Like, huh?
Dan, the man with the master plan?
Dan and Adam.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get Adam on
Squad.
TikTok.
There you go.
Yeah.
TikTok is the best platform to learn about emps and narcs every which way. So that's why when before TikTok, right? That's why me when I actually did the same shit, exact same thing, and I was like, that's why I fell back. I was like, I did my whole phase, my first baby mom at the very end. She, with the, that's why you have, which I will do TikToks about. You have the traditional way of player bullshit, which is,
Yep.
You don't care, you're rolling, body hopping all day, you don't give a shit. And then you have what I did, benefits. Listen, this is my policy when I did my benefits. I told the females, like me, don't love me, because you can't. I love this piece of shit, this rock. I can't get rid of her. I know she's shit. I know you're way better than she is. That common sense. But it's not a light switch. I don't know how to get rid of it. I'm stuck with this, So we do our thing.
You're stuck with it up here.
Oh yeah, no, because it's your best friend.
And traditionally.
Yeah, you're married to it, and so when your head ready to go, then you can let go. And that once again, a lot of people do it by themselves because we think not know that no one can feel what we're feeling. No one can vibe with us. So what do? Bottle the fuck up, put the mask smile, crack jokes, and and nobody thinks nothing wrong with us. But little do we know we're fucking dying at home. Our breaks, take the mask out, ball the fuck out. You can only hold it for so long until you break the hell down. Emotional.
People have no idea how awful this is.
Oh yeah, no, it's you get destroyed. So
for us,
right? Well, as serious as a kicker, as kids, what do we do as kids for the most part? We enjoy live bullshit, throw whatever, play with the kids, or
we're free,
right? Even if my situation, even if your kids, if your parents, whoever raised you, mom, grandma, give shit, foster parents, if they beat the shit out of you, right? After you shed your tears, you still go out and play, have fun with your buddies, etc. You don't give a shit. You shed your tears, move the fuck on, right? Because we don't sit down and get our ass kicked. We say, we just fuck this, mom and dad, let me go play. And that's all we do. We care about having fun. All we give a shit about having fun and living life.
We're in the moment.
Yeah, so we don't care about what's happening. But as you get older, that's when you start getting destroyed. So when you get destroyed, whoever cheats on you, etc., that's when you die hard. That's the first session of it. And that's when you're trying to figure out, that's why the 5 W's, who, what, why. The worst one's why. Why me? I do good. I help everybody and I still get fucked. Why do they keep fucking me over every single time? For example, let's say you owe me $1,000, right? You owe me $1,000. And I see, and before I know you're gonna come back to me again because you stole me $1,000, and then ask me for another $100, right? And I build this up like, cool, you know what? I'm not gonna help out no more. Fuck that, no. Mentally, right? I'm hyping myself up, and I see you face to face, and you can ask, hey, Marge, can I borrow $100? I'll be like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. I don't have the money. I'm gonna lie to you. I don't have the money, but I'm not supposed to lie to you, so I throw a fib. I don't have it right now. It's a fib. Even though I got it, I'm throwing a fib, right?
You know you're lying.
Right, and then you're gonna guilt trip me.
And you know you're lying.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And then you're gonna guilt trip me. I thought you're especially if I go to church, right? I thought you're a good person. I thought I help people. You believe in God, right? What are you doing? Guilt trip me. And now I'm a fool, give it to you. Like, fuck it. Now she owes me $1,100 like a dumbass. And what we're supposed to do, pray for them that they change their ways. How many times can you keep getting fucked by that same person until you finally get fed up with them? It's a very long time. So that's a very incorrect way to get raised, especially with religion. Pray for them to change their ways, and one of these days they wake up, God will get to them. No. Narcs, they can't even get fixed. End of story, right? So with that said, that's one person in our lives. Who knows how much more people you deal with, right? And that's the reason why life is so hard, and our heads are always overthinking. So you have triggers everywhere. But you gotta smile and be cool. And then when you start having kids, your own family, your own life, oh fuck, it gets worse. That's as spouses, couples, whatever, they go at it because I got my own shit going in my head. She got her own shit going there. And we got the kids, but we can keep our composure.
You got too many damn kids.
Yeah.
Oh, even one sometimes is too many.
Oh, yeah,
Like literally, you have kids. That's stress. You want to give them the world. You want to.
Correct.
You want to do everything for your kids.
Most definitely. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hold on. There we go.
No, but most definitely that's why for sure one kid it'll trigger things most definitely because it's pretty amazing. I tell people especially when they have their first kid before the baby's in here, I'm gonna tell you, hey, I'm gonna give you a heads up. I imagine your family's told you, but kids are beautiful, yes. But you'll be amazed how you two are a good couple, right? We're humble, we're good, right? And that little baby is gonna push both your buttons, red buttons you never knew you had. You'll be triggered, you'll be yelling, you'll get mad, angry at a little infant. They can't even speak. Change my diaper, feed me, hold me. And you're literally pissed the hell off.
And it triggers all of your core wounds.
Yeah, exactly. Because then
all of them.
Oh yeah, because you already had your shit in your head of whatever past, past toxic love, trauma, child trauma, 1,000, right? And now the baby's in the mix. Now that's pushing everything because you're trying to figure yourself out. Now you gotta deal with the baby. And the more kids you have, the more shit stacks.
Okay. So I don't know. Sometimes if you have more than one or more than two, they play with each other. I find that very helpful.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I got 8 kids, so yeah, let them go at it.
They're like, you know, people are like, oh my God, 4 kids and then 6 kids. Like, how did you do it? I'm like, you know what? They play with each other. There are some really good things about having 6 kids, having 4 kids, and having their friends over, and like you can get downtime when they have play dates. It's a weird thing, but yeah, what you're saying is absolutely right. So we did the Neo, we did the Matrix. Now I know about your third party tattoo.
Yep, that's
right.
So that basically it's this is the 2020. I say 20. Everything I always say, I'm afraid of 2020 because the world died in 2020. Zombie apocalypse.
Tell me about that. 2020 emps.
So okay. I say 2020 emps because this is the categories I created. I created these categories like last, I would say maybe September, October-ish wise, because that's when I was trying to figure out my ex wise. I'm like, she has narcissist traits, yes, but we cooperate into good. She's face to face, no feelings, nothing, no flashbacks, nothing. She crack jokes. Her boyfriend's outside. Just the shit that he's outside. I say hi to him. What's going on, right? A lot of people can't do that because they're still bitter or hateful towards the exes and the partner they mess around with, so on and so on, right? So I'm just like, there's no way, she can't be a narc, man. No, it's highly impossible. No, we get along too good, and that's why I figured it out. And I was like, because remember, every relationship, right? And people say, oh, people come and go, relationships come. No, fuck that. There's a reason why you break up. There's a reason why you cheat. So with that said, I was like, my first baby mom for sure 1,000 narc, right? Her and I, like, remember what's a narcissist do in a relationship? When you're down or you're doing good in life, they pop up and they sell you the biggest dream in the world. That I'll call it that fake Romeo and Juliet love story, right? And
fake Romeo and Juliet love story.
Yeah, because a real Romeo and Juliet love story is a true love story, right? According to Shakespeare, right? Narcs, they sell us the fake version because they gaslight you, love bomb you. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna give you the fucking world, and
they say I love you while they're hugging you and stabbing you in the back. It is unreal.
Exactly. So
and they're like, what do you mean? I don't have a knife. What are you talking about? I don't have it. Like they dropped it. Oops.
Right. Exactly.
Fucking so magicians.
Basically, that's why they're the best Oscar nominated actors in the world, right? Because they can play the scene all day, every day. So with that said,
they're born for this, fucker.
Oh yeah. They're I tell people, yo, narcs, give them their props. They're badasses. The shitty part about them, they're all robotic. Best Oscar nominations in the world, right? What's the kryptonite? When you expose them, all they have is their reputation. It's cosmetics. Take this shit away. They're garbage. They have nothing to live for. They cannot live without us. Now we discard them, they died. We expose them, they died. End of story. See? So with that said, in the very beginning of the relationship, what happens? Before you hook up, they're gaslighting you, love bombing you, and your head's like fucking, your head's swollen. The more shit, you just float. Oh my gosh, she's the best thing in the world. And we all say the same shit. All robotic. We all say the same shit. That's why I tell people, what emps? Why do you think when I tell my story, you tell your story, how it all started? They're
all the same.
All our ears are. That's like me, like.
And they're like, "Oh, this is so weird. Our stories are so similar." No, there's nothing weird about it. This is the way they're born.
Yeah, correct.
This is the way they're born. This is the way they operate. This is it.
Correct, exactly, and that's why.
This is it.
That's why I tell people, all them, we have very similar stories, like almost word for word type of shit. No matter what what nationality you are, where you come part of this world, that's what we amps. We vibe with each other. Why do you think I'm telling my story? But me, I'm more like blunt, harsh about it because I tell people I need to get your attention, stab in your heart a little bit to help you put your pieces of your heart together as a team, so you understand what you're feeling and you know the answer. You just don't you need to be guided to. And people are like, what do you mean? You make a comment, I'm gonna ask you, well, why do you feel like that? And you just stop and think about it, and then you just say, because of this, and I'll be like, cool, but why? I'm always gonna tell you, but why? Because you know the answer. You just you just need a little guidance, and that's what I am. They do whole light worker, right?
You're a Mexican Socrates.
I'm just myself.
A Mexican Socrates. Isn't Socrates the one that just kept asking questions?
Yeah, he was. That's
just asking questions. Yeah,
right, and that's how you get answers, because what you're doing is picking people's brains and helping guide them. Because once again, we know the answer ourselves, we just have no guidance at all, and it's pretty mind blowing. Because I'm just like, and I tell the area, I tell the many people, especially on TikTok, like this, DM, video chat, set a phone call, all good stuff, texting. And then when we verbalize or video call, etc., and I go, just ask me anything. Tell me your story, how you feeling. And then I just tell them, I go, look, I'm gonna guide you. You know the answer, and that's when they be like, crazy, huh? Like, yeah, you just need guidance, man. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And especially like if I was in the beginning when I'm talking to them, let's say if you're going through it and you don't have a support team, you would try to tell your story, but what's gonna happen to you? You're gonna choke the fuck up, emotions and play back because your head's still going, it's still overthinking. You're trying to tell
You're gonna be gaslit again.
Well, potentially so.
And then gaslight yourself.
Yeah, because
we can gaslight ourselves big time if we don't have a support system, because we really are, like you said, we're just going around and around in circles and
trying to fix our world, but we can't. Well, so in our head, we're trying to fix the world and make it a perfect world. Fix the relationship again. Where the fuck did they go wrong? I want to fix it. That's the thing. In our heads, the world's beautiful. Fucking Care Bears, everything. Common sense. Real world, you're fucking dying. You're stabbed. I tell you, I'm not being trying to be rude to you, but I'm not gonna butter shit up. You're fucked. I was in your shoes, and that's why. Which I'm gonna get more income. That's why my little motto. I tell emps when they tell me this, like, how are you in my head? Because all emps we vibe very similar stories, right? And I tell them, here to get your attention. This is my motto. I created. No one. I googled it. I don't think no one said it yet, but I tell people, all you emps, your pain is my pain. I died like you died. That's why I'm saying what I'm saying. I was in your shoes 13 months ago. I fucking died with 8 kids. It's not a competition. What you feeling? Do that with 8 kids, and be a male. Never, it's shit's even way worse. But once again, it's not a competition. I'm just letting you know I survived it. And why? Because my 10 emps. The first 2 weeks by myself. After that.
So how'd you find the other emps?
They reached out to me.
How? Where? On
Facebook and IG. So
why?
Because I'm a computer technician, right? So I tell people my story is like it's legit.
You told your story about how you were hurting.
Yeah, I was dying, but I tell my story, right? But I had the massive smiles. Everyone's like, I did my lives on Facebook, so everyone locally, people on my Facebook, IG, they'd be like, "Hey, it's cool to cry." I'm like, I do cry. Not on here. I could rock this mask all day. You know, I could rock the mask all day, no problem. But I'll cry in my own time when my kids are asleep.
You were talking about
everything. Emps and narcs,
your vulnerability and whatever, and then emps came to you. Yeah. Did you have any narcs come to you?
Did you say? I put them into place.
So even when you were dying,
they're coming out. Yeah, they're coming out destroyed because of like why, especially in the Spanish culture. So in the Spanish culture, our analogy is basically that machista is a narcissist, a mandilon is an empathist. Pardon me. Oh shit, cotton mouth. Sorry.
So this is the question before we move on to something else.
Go for it.
There are so many people, like not so many people, I feel like everyone, if you're going through it, you're in pain, you're hurting, you're putting it on Facebook. That's exactly when the narcissists will come in and fix it and love bomb you. If you weren't healed yet, how did you recognize who was a narc and who was an emp?
So with that said, I didn't recognize narcs and emp yet. I just recognized people that are hurt because I tell everybody, like, especially females, narcissist females will come after me because they want to fix me. They know I'm emotionally down. They want to pick me up and sell me the love story again, that fake romantic love story.
They're gonna fix everything and make you feel amazing, and they do.
In the beginning, that's why they can act nice. They can't be nice. That's why they're the best.
They can't sustain it.
And the only reason why they act nice is because every emp they devoured is the positive traits. They mirror us, they leech from us, and discard from us. That's when they have multiple personalities. That's every emp they destroyed, and they can act like every single emp they destroyed. Yeah. Narcissist. There you go. So when I was going through it, I was just like, everyone's coming at me. My family's like, yo, traditional. That's why I said, I fuck tradition. I don't give a shit. Anything tradition, any culture, fuck tradition. They'd be like, we'll get you a girlfriend. Party and kick it, let's go get bitches and shit. I'm like, so doing all that, I was mad. I was like, so if we do all that, right, and get babysitter for the kids, all 8 of them, and I do party, kick, do drugs and all that bullshit, it's gonna fix me. This pain is gonna be fixed, right? Yeah, we'll numb your shit up. I just tell them like this, you're ignorant. With the kick fucking rocks. What? KR, kick fucking rocks. I need you in my life. And then I'll get offended. Oh, I'm a bit, and then I'll be, yeah, I'm not the
harsh. I'm just saying.
I'm blunt. I don't give a shit. I'm blunt. No, I don't mess around. I'm blunt. I told my family and friends, yo.
Kick rocks.
Yeah, kick rocks. If you have nothing positive to say to me, KR. And they're like, fuck you. Yep. Whenever you want to, we can fuck like a bunny. I don't give a shit. Have a good day. Keep pushing. I don't care, right? Yeah. And that's why when the females locally want to come at me like, yo, I want to help you with the kids too, because I'm a male with 8 kids. I don't know so much because I'm typically a guy working. I'm not a mom. So that's why I tell everybody, all you moms out there, I give you mad little respect. I was in your shoes for 7 months, and that was a motherfucker with 8 kids, and I was juggling. It's not easy at all. Hell no. So that's why I told my ex, I'm sorry. And then before I even told her I'm sorry, I was down on Facebook Live. I told all the couples out there, any of you guys watching my live on here on Facebook, do me a favor because I can't do this no more because I don't have a partner on my side. Obviously, I'm talking about this shit, right? But with that said, all you males out there, right? Females too. Sometimes you have stay-at-home dads, right? So with that said, whatever the case may be, and whoever's a stay-at-home parent, or let's say your mom's working, said it, you still have to do mom duties, right? And it sucks. So do me a favor. You know what? You're bad pains with your partner, your wife, or girlfriend. Hug them, kiss them 4 times. A good job. Take the garbage out. Fold the clothes. They'll love you 1,000 for that because that is like they usually stay in 5-10 minutes at a time, and that's infinity for them. Because at the end of the day, after the kids lay down, you lay the fuck down, you're fed, you're good. She can finally take a shower. She can finally have time for herself, and she only gets 2-3 hours and back up again. That's what I tell people. I learned it the hard way. So that's why what you call it. That's why when I was going through my ish, that's why all these females coming at me, and I told them, yo, no, there's something. I lost both in the same way. No, there's something I'm not doing a third time. That's something wrong. I'm gonna fall back, work on myself. I'm not doing the whole phase. I'm gonna fall back, and I did. And that when I was doing my TikTok lives, my Facebook lives, especially my cultures, Spanish cultures, I just like it very much because they're very narrow-minded, right? In those cool ways. Like I'm a guy talking about it, that's a no. And then they're gonna call me a mandilon, which basically you're saying you're hella soft, a beta-wise, and now I'm crying like a girl, kind of telling a story. I'm like, yeah, I'm telling a story. I'm not a victim. I'm not a survivor. I'm just telling a story. So all you guys in Spanish culture doing this shit, all you females that are still there with your partner, because why? Because it's tradition, because the kids, because the family's talking about you. Your family will talk about you if you give it up and leave, and his family will talk about it if you get up and leave, right? So you sit there.
They're stuck. They feel stuck by tradition.
Exactly. And you sit there like on the generational cycle because your auntie did it, your mother did it, your grandmother did it. And you're like a dumbass, like they were like dumbasses. And what do y'all do? Especially in Spanish culture, that's why I love making fun of the Spanish culture. And what you female, what do? Pray to God that your partner changes. So they go to church, tell the father the sins. The father say, "Hey, do 10 Hail Marys for our fathers, and your sins forgiven." That's all. That's all I gotta do. I can do that every month. Sorry, Father, I fucked up again. I cheated. Son of a bitch. We keep doing
You're
that.
Forgiven.
It's a fucking habit. Yeah, exactly. I go to retreats, all that bullshit. Nah.
Yeah.
Fuck it, you're a fucking narcissist, fuck. If you're machista 1,000, you're a narcissist, fuck. That is your job. And that's it. You're mad at me because in the Spanish culture, I say empathic narcissist. What? ¿Qué es eso? What's that? Let me tickle your Spanish people. Machista mandilón. Oh shit. I'm just talking about everybody's family. All our parents, grandparents, everybody. That's a no-no. See? And that's why I stab all the Spanish people in the heart and dislike what this. Females will vibe me because I'm speaking on their behalf because they can't say it because they will get in trouble from all the family and friends. That's why majority of my followers are females on all platforms that I speak about this because especially
that makes sense actually.
Especially in the Spanish culture because they don't know anything about emps and narcs. They go, why do you think I tell all you Spanish people? I'm gonna drop 2 words on you, 2 small baby words that the whole world suffered. We just didn't know. But especially in Spanish culture, my Jesus be emps narcs. Obviously, you don't know what that is. Empathic narcissist. Right. Still don't know what that is. Let me take a year. Machista mandilón. Oh shit. See?
Then they know.
All the Spanish people, I got your attention, right? 2 words. That is our analogy. Very vague, but enough to get your attention going. And I don't even know you, but I know you. Right. Why? Because culture based, you don't use those 2 words. It's wrong. But the boys, you can say machista and bullshit, right? Because that's the player bullshit. And the girls do the same shit. Your homegirls are out there partying, kicking, body hopping and shit, doing the machista lifestyle, right? There you go. And then the quiet ones, oh, that girl's a virgin. Don't she don't know shit on shit, right? And they make fun of her, right? And what's gonna happen to that girl, that guy that they make fun of? They're gonna fold and be part of the crowd and party, kick, do drugs. Why the fuck do they make movies? Emps and Narcs, everything, all the answers I've been. It
really is a simple screenplay breakdown of all the screenplays.
Yeah.
Right.
It's always positive, negative, man. Everything's positive, negative. Always. It always has to be good and evil. Emps and Narcs, and that's why you have a category in Narcs, but they're all shit. Emps 4 categories I created. That's why when my ex did her stuff and my 10 M's reached out to me. So my first week by myself, then 4 locally reached out to me, and then 3 through IG, 3 through Facebook. That they don't know me from Adams. I'm just a computer guy. I tell you, you don't believe my story? It's very simple. Go to my Facebook, go from today, last year to May 3rd, and then go 7 years prior. All I had was computer shit. My kids once in a while, my girl my ex now, once in a while, and that's it. But it was all computer portfolios because that's how I work in computers, right? on all platforms, Twitter, IG, Facebook, YouTube. That's all it was, computer shit. Nothing about Emps and Narcs. Nothing. And that's why.
Now you're a circle.
I'm a square. I'm a square.
You're a square. I keep.
A circle.
You're a square. Okay.
Yeah.
So you still haven't answered the question.
Go for
or
it.
maybe you did and I don't understand. Didn't understand the thing. Okay. So after we go through this, our trust is
gone.
It's broken. We have seen shit and felt shit we have never felt. We were broken by somebody we couldn't imagine doing this to us. You know?
Oh yeah.
And then we got with the flying monkeys, we've got the smear campaign, we've got our entire world. I mean, in order to have the ascension that you talk about, in order to be woke, you have to go through this, right? And it's
you have to. It sucks.
It's brutal, like you said. You were killing. So then, how were you able to discern who was a narc and who wasn't? You said 10 people came. They ended up being empaths.
10 emps, because they so.
How did you know when you let them in?
Because they like the basics. I tell you, like, you know, you gotta forgive, not forget. Don't hate, don't dislike, don't grudge against them. All the shit I say, that is their notes. Like I asked them, hey, when I'm healed and I'm woke, like you're woke, right? Because they tell me the stuff you're saying, I can't do that. But I go, why not? Like, you're helping me. I will help you, straight to you. Yes. If I go out there, I put myself to the world. Narcs can come at me. Other people come at me. I'm not ready for that. And that's why a lot of people get scared, you know, as far as emps that are woke, or they're going to the awakening, but they're pretty high up there, almost to the awakening point, etc. And me, like every emp that's my first 10 emps to help me, right? And then everybody after that was just like, yo, you're telling a female story, and I give you mad respect. Yeah, the biggest balls in the world, especially in the Spanish schools, like you say. And you just don't give a shit. No, because I'm dying, right? And I'm writing my notes. I'm like, as long as I help one person in this fucking world, I don't give a fuck. If I can fix one person to go to my, you know, their way and become woke and have my mentality, because there's highly impossible in this whole fucking world. If every tongue in this world that I'm only speaking this tongue, that's highly impossible. There's other neos out there. They haven't came out because why? They're scared of the narcs, right? And then what else? They're scared that people make fun of them and say they're crazy. That's how call me crazy. And the Spanish culture, I hear it all the time. I'll be crazy. But here's the best
part. I think it's a lot of cultures. Yours happen to be Spanish, but I mean, I think the same thing about suburban culture.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Everybody, you know, they got the manicured lawns. They've got the kids to go to school. They dress the same, talk the same.
Say it again. Oh yeah, talk them to the house. Okay. Okay. Bye. Okay. Sorry.
That's all right. We can.
No, you're good. Gorda.
Cut that out.
Ah, you're good. Luna. So this would be like a real life thing. give Maria, you think Maria some water. Sorry. Anyways, whatchamacallit, so that's why, like, when I was going through it, I'm on the phone. I'm doing a call. There's the waters right there in the fridge. This is for your mom, okay? Sorry.
That's all right.
But yeah, so I tell you, so when they reached out to me, that's how the personal notes, that's what they gave to me. They're like, I'm gonna guide you, hold your hand. That's what they're saying. I'm gonna guide you, hold your hand. And I was like, for what? Because you're doing good. First and foremost, you got the biggest balls in the world. On Facebook, you're doing your shit. You're mopping everybody out like you did. I called out everybody. All Spanish culture, mopped the shit out of it. Especially where I'm from. I spoke for all the what's going on in this, in the 519, etc. All like a lot of whites, every ethnic versus other Mexican, Hispanic, etc. I spoke for their behalf because, like, if I say what you just said about your culture, I would be called a racist. I go, correct. That's why I can knock the shit out of our culture, and which I did.
Right.
So
good point.
So
good point. I can't be talking about Mexicans,
right? Because then they call you a racist, right? So that's why I was getting all DMs from all the people locally.
Right. That makes more sense.
Like high five. And finally, someone says it. Shit. I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't care what anyone. They call me. Look at, they'll call me. Oh, so you're racist against your people. I'm like, how's that being racist if this is really happening? We have excuses for our people.
And it's your experience.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm brown. I can speak on it. So.
Yeah. It's your experience. Right.
Correct. And that's why I want you to call it. So that's when they reach out to me that I'm going to help you. And they're also the same shit. Call me, DM me, video chat me, text me, whatever you want to do. When you go through it, because you will, especially with 8 kids, they're like, hey, I give you mad props. I did that shit with 2 kids. I did by myself. You have kids? Oof. You are strong. I'm telling you right now, you are strong. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah.
I can't give up my kids.
Yep.
It's not their fault, you know? And
So you could tell the difference between, like, are any of the 10 female that reached out to you? You're 10. Some of them are, how many were female?
They were all females.
All female. Okay.
All females. All females were the main ones. There was one, my brother, I call my brother, but he was one of the males once. He's in the fighting world. He does more tarot cards, book, etc. So he knows. He guided me. He's all. I can only tell you so much because by rules, I can't tell you everything because then I lose my powers. I lose all this, his world, that type of thing. But I'm gonna tell you this: you're going through your awakening. Don't fold. Don't stop. You think you
move forward. Yeah.
You think you're hurting now? The healing process is the most painful process in the world. But don't fold. I promise you this. Go through your awakening, become woke. You will understand everything I've been telling you since back in the day. And obviously, I'm like,
who is going to tell you? Who is going to tell you that they are not woke? Has anyone ever told you that they're not woke?
No, a lot of people on TikTok verbalize that they're woke, but they're not woke. They're going through the awakening, but they're not woke.
Right. So assholes don't know they're assholes. Right?
Basically.
Everyone thinks they're woke.
Correct.
Everyone thinks that they have the world figured out. Well, not everyone, actually. That's true. A lot of people have questions.
A lot of people. Yeah. Better say a lot of people versus everyone. That's better. But here's the kicker. Here's a little advice on life. I tell people, you drop the word think 3 times, right? Thinking is not knowing. You got to know. You see? And that's what I tell people. To make life easy, think is not knowing. Because if like, for example, they tell me, like, let's say I'm going to get some water from the fridge, right? And hey, Marge, can you give me water from the fridge? And is there something in there? I'll be like, I think there's something in the fridge. And I'm going to tell you, like, I tell my kids, all my, everyone, like my own kids and my own, like, nieces and nephews, they speak my tongue. Because I'll be like, and because they like me, sometimes I slip and I'll be like, I think they're over there. My nephew be like, remember, thinking not knowing, uncle. Very true. I'll go check. I'll be right back. Nope. What happened? You see? So that's how I tell people, make life easy. Thinking not knowing. You got to know.
Think is not knowing.
Yeah, think is not knowing.
People will even say that now. Like somebody was interviewing who I call my girl, Sandra L. Brown. Like I love her books. She's a pioneer. She's amazing. Somebody was interviewing her. They're talking about cognitive dissonance. And the interviewer says, yes, I think so too. Or I believe that too. Like Sandra L. Brown just like whipped out facts.
Yeah.
Here are the studies. Here are the studies. And then the interviewer was like, yeah, I believe it. Well, you have to believe it because it's a fact. Like they did these studies, right?
Right.
So yeah, if you believe, science is not faith. And
nah.
I like how you break things down in a way that people can understand.
Yeah, the black and white more. Yeah, it's because of the Emps. A lot. No, what I said. I'm not like the smartest person. I don't know big at high IQ level, etc. But I'm just trying to make it simplify it so you understand where I'm coming from. And then from there, as you as an individual, because it's your life, your thought, your heads, your experience, tear apart your relationship. What just happened, and I don't know how many. Yeah, you might have had 100 or just 1 or 2. I don't know. But tear apart every single one of them and observe. Because that's what, remember, traditional lessons, what are you? Overthinkers. So you're going to keep tearing apart. Where did I miss the red flags? Why didn't I see this? And when you see it, like, damn, right there. And that's what me personally.
We overthink and we blame ourselves.
Correct. 1,000. And then we think with an arc. Like me, if I thought I was, because I'm like, cool, I'm a verbal abuser. But I'm like, but at the same time, I was like, I'm a verbal abuser, narcissist traits, but she's a physical abuser, narcissist traits. So we're both narcissists? Like, nah, there's got to be something behind this. And that's when I was like, especially with the co-parenting, I let her go on 88 days to my squad of 10. And because they told me, the first, most hardest, most painful step in the world is what? Gotta let her go. How? I know right now you're like, what the fuck? Yeah, but you have to let her go. You do not need her by your side. But if you choose to, defy logic. Take her back. Don't worry. We all do it. Take her back. Take her back. One's a cheater, always a cheater. One's a player, always a player, and so on and so on. With you, she will always cheat if she chooses to, because you're always going to take her back. always, right? But with her, with him or anybody else, she could potentially change your ways. It's a new body. You got to throw a front and be an angel, right? It's a new body.
Okay. Yeah, you got to play the game. You got to pretend. You got to.
Exactly. And that's why they're like, tell me, it's, for now your head's like, what? How? I got you. I'm going to hold your hand and guide you. It's up to you when you're ready to let go. Every day in the beginning, call me. Once again, call me, DM me, text me, or video chat. And I told them I have 10. With all 10 of us that you said your squad, right? M squad. You're going to say the same shit in the very beginning. As you start healing, you repeat yourself a lot less. You will start skipping sentences because you're healing. That's because you're doing good, because you're progressing. This is your therapy. And that's a good thing. Oh, my sister. 2 seconds. Hello? Okay, for sure. Okay, bye. Hey, Jaylene, take your mom some water. She said if you got lost. Sorry. Anyway, so like, so I tell you that, so they reached out to me, and then from there wise, and they were just guiding me. They're like, because I would just tell them, like, how you feel? I'm like, fuck, like, just say what you got to say. Right now, when you speak, first and foremost, as it is, you speak fast. Right now, you're speaking really fast because your head is scattered everywhere, fucking everywhere. And then you got
crazy.
Yeah,
you look crazy. Because you are crazy.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I try to say. I'm like, all right, I'm not crazy, but you kind of are crazy.
Right.
But you're not. It's something that can be healed. It's something that can be fixed.
Correct. In due time it shall. It shall. And that, which is, it's totally cool. Like I say, it's okay to not be okay, especially when you have a squad, because then you're always venting.
What did you just say?
It's okay not to be okay.
I thought you said "is shall." It's okay.
No, it's okay not to be. Like I would like to say, yeah,
it's okay not to be okay. Okay,
which is totally cool, and that's why, which is good. But I tell people, I'm always gonna emphasize 1,000. You gotta have a support team. If I it's not a competition, but if I did it with my squad of 10, don't defy logic. Her name, I let her go in 88 days. 88 days, 100%. 7 days later, 1,000. That's why I say 1,000. That's why after I did that, I switched all my terminology, everything. I sat back and I was like, fuck all tradition. All the traditional sayings, it's life, deal with it. People come and go.
It didn't make sense to you anymore.
No.
It didn't work for you anymore. It didn't make sense anymore, and you needed language to.
We got lied to, and then that's why they call it the.
It might work for some people, and I think it worked for people when they needed to like have a farm.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, for sure. So, tradition-wise, as far as life, yes, but as far as individually dealing with people in general, no. Right. We're all in the generation cycle. And that's what I tell people. You and I are talking about this, right? Eventually you become woke, and you go to regular full, and you become woke, and you understand when I'm speaking to the fullest, and it'll be natural to the way we're speaking. You're like, oh, it's clicking like nothing, because you understand we're vibing, right? So I tell people, after even if you go to your awakening, today barely jump on TikTok, you're researching, and you're watching all the TikTok, and it's clicking like, okay, narcissist traits, he or she's doing, actually did that, right? The positive is what this app is helping you a lot. Crash course today. I tell people, I tell them many times on TikTok. You can learn about emps and narcs, especially narcs, in one day. TikTok, you fucking watch a zillion videos, everyone's personal stories. You're gonna be like, damn, we all got similar stories. Yes, no matter what color you are, what you speak, all similar stories, right?
It is a great place to start.
Oh hell yeah, no, 1,000. It's the best app in the world. Best app in the world.
But I think what you had, if I could guess,
go for it.
Or not really guess, but like say my opinion.
Yeah.
Is what you got with 10 emps.
I got a blessing.
That's 20.
I got a blessing.
You got a blessing. You got a blessing. Number one. Number two, that was 10 people, 20 ears.
Take your mom the water now. Sorry.
Do you want to go give her the water?
Take your mom the water. No, take your mom water now. She's thirsty. There's water right there in the fridge. And then right there in the bottom right there with the microwave. Oh my gosh. Anyways, 20 years.
Right. So you had 10 people, 20 ears.
For 88 days.
88 days. That's treatment. That's rehab. That's treatment. That's withdrawal. That's all that stuff. But you know what they did for you is they held space for you.
Oh yeah, no, I can call. I have to tell you, all 10 of them. I can call, DM, text, video chat. 1 out of 10 to pick up every day.
Right. Even if you have 10 people that support you, and say they support you and say they understand, those 10 people might not be able to hold space for you. And what holding space is what you were saying. They were saying, what is...
She's going right now. Sorry, keep going.
Holding space for somebody is you are there, present where they are.
Right.
Right? Feeling your feeling, or at least trying to understand what you're feeling, and identify with it, right?
Right. Oh yeah, 1,000.
But then the next step is allowing you to feel that. And so many people are gaslit just telling their story, which 10 people didn't. So what I see a lot of gaslighting is, oh, well, you've got anxiety and depression. Wow. So of course you're going to be acting like this, instead of like really, this is the most common gaslighting I see, and people don't know that they're doing it.
Right.
They don't know that they're gaslighting it. Really, they're saying you have depression and anxiety, so of course you're going to feel sad.
And that's all it is. That's it.
That's all it is. Go get a pill. Go get a pill. Get the right pill.
Fuck a pill.
We're gonna stop in 5 minutes anyway.
Huh?
You want cold bottle water?
Yeah, I told her it's in the fridge in the bottom.
She said they're open. I don't know.
Oh, okay, then the boys already got them. Sorry, that's all I have, sis.
It's fine. Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Sorry, but anyway, what you call it? So yeah, no, so
funny.
Yeah, but so here's my aspect, my belief as far as anxiety, PTSD, mental illness, depression,
CPTSD included.
All those categories, right?
Yeah.
Why is it triggered? What triggers it?
Yes, exactly, is what I'm saying.
Right, but do you know what triggers it? I'm asking you.
Oh, I think it's your ego, your childhood wounds, your inability to deal with hurt.
That's on the right track. So if you're going, there's different scenarios for everybody, right? Let's say you're going through a breakup, or let's say you fell back. A lot of people are single 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, right? But let's say you fell back, right? So what? A
lot of people actually get into relationships right away.
But why do they do that for?
Because they don't want that feeling anymore.
Right.
And then a narc will come in, swoop them up, then they do the same thing. Like we all know that story.
Right. So a narc would do it 1,000. Traditional her last step with narcissist.
They'll be right there to help you heal.
Oh yeah, for sure, 1,000. And then traditional her last step with narcissist traits do the same thing. But what are the traditional her last steps? Lovers and healers, right? So if they see you down, they want to pick you up. So that's why two broken people were like my ex and I. That's how I figured this out. We're both her amps. We're both broken. So
two codependent people.
Yeah. So that's what they say. Like her people, real shit, real talk. It's the honest damn truth. And that's like me. I talked to a lot of people on TikTok, and they're in a relationship, right, with another amp. And I tell them, and like, so they're like, don't defy logic. I was like, well, shit, logically speaking wise, I didn't create it. Adam and Eve did, right? I'm just going by what tradition wise. That note. So with that said, logically speaking wise, all the odds are against you. They're like, why? She or he makes you feel good, right? I go, if you're not fully healed 1,000, not 500, 1,000, then what are you doing? You're both, when you're down, you pick her up. When he's down, she picks you up, right? That's how you're doing. Band-aids.
Yep.
I can guide you, but I can't fix you, and vice versa. So both of you just put a band-aids, right? For how long are you put band-aids on each other until you feel good, until one of you or both get fed up with each other? You know what? I can't do this no more. Right. We have our days we're good, but then you go down and I pick you up, and vice versa. And this emotion.
Or what if you're both down?
Yeah, exactly. Right. And then from there, you can get worse. That's when people start getting drugs and alcohol, all that bullshit. And it happens even more, right? So that's why I tell people, my belief is this. Like, what I go, you don't have to do what I'm saying, but what I did, I fell back and with myself. I was just like, I have to figure myself out, right? And that's why I tell people. So the PTSD, all that, that's all triggered. Because first and foremost, if you're going through a breakup now, what's happening? Everything is everywhere, right? It's going. You have to. And that's why I say you have to let go of your ex/exes, because I don't know how many exes previously to today, to your current breakup, you've gone through it. A lot of people have let them go. They're in their head like, oh, I love when they say like, oh, I moved away. all the good shit, and they left. I don't care. Move to Pluto.
And you're still you. How weird.
Right. Right. Exactly.
You moved across country, but you're you.
And they'll say like, you know, I'm healed. I don't worry about it anymore. Me on the TikTok, I'll stab them in the heart. I'll be okay. I'm gonna give a scenario. I love the word scenario. I'll be like, scenario. You say you move, you feel good, and you're healed, right? They don't bother you, right? That'll be correct. And I'm going to them through their TikTok on their, you know, on their post, you know, etc. Because I come on their TikTok. I go, I'm gonna give a scenario. Today, as we speak, if he, she is your face, nose to nose, tell me no past memory kicks in. You don't choke the fuck up. You don't freeze. No butterflies. No stomach knots.
No triggers.
Tell
No
me
triggers.
nothing.
You
Tell
sure?
me.
No triggers?
Yeah. Tell me you just thought like me. Like my ex. Because you guys ask me, how do I do it? You see my ex. You hear my ex. I talk about her. I promote the shit at co-parenting because I let her go 1,000. This is that, fuck, easier said than done, yeah, because the first hardest, most painful step in the world. How are you supposed to let go of your ex, no matter how many exes it is, 1,000 when you have what time, history you can't get back, memories you can't get back. You can't let this shit go.
And the support system, I feel like very much like a 12-step program.
Oh, it's the best thing in the world because like
very much like a 12-step program, and you need to talk it out with people that understand, talk it out with, and not just vent. Like people just say, "Oh, vent," and they use that for gossiping or whatever. But you need to, in a way that is healing, and in a way that is future focused, with people that can hear you but will also challenge you.
Oh yeah, no,
like,
exactly.
So it's hard to find that.
No,
you know, but we're getting there.
Oh yeah, no,
getting there.
When we shot, and that's why I tell people like. They ask me how'd you heal? Like you say 88 days. Why 88 days? I go, because every day you're getting better, you're becoming yourself more. Like so here, I tell people this is what I did to test myself as an individual. I can't blame nobody else in this world. So me personally, like me, I tested myself when I was healing, getting better, right? Because I knew obviously everyone locally, they knew us. They only know her because of myself. I'm born and raised here, right? So she's from California, right? Mm-hmm. So the last 7 years, they've always seen us everywhere together, family, boom, all of us. All of Valley knows myself and her. They know me because I'm born and raised here anyways. Her wise because once again because of me. Mm-hmm. And with that said, so I already knew my customers that because I'm a customer. My ex would get mad because like why are your customers always like tell you the whole life? Because I'm a socialist. Ask anybody in this world, hey, how you doing? How's your life? How's your health? How's the family?
Was she mad at that? Was she jealous about that?
Spanish people are jealous. Fucking much. She's like a motherfucker. Hell yeah. That's right.
No, narcissists are jealous. They're pathologically
narcissist. Yeah. So, but see, that's an empath to this short last time, but narcissists do the same shit. They have triggers of jealousy and shit
because they want us to be jealous.
Right. And
why aren't you jealous? That makes me so mad. I'm like,
exactly. And
I trust you. Yeah. I shouldn't. Hindsight is 2020. I shouldn't have trusted you, but you know, like. I feel like if you're jealous, something is wrong.
Well, me and I was like real shit with talk. Like I didn't want to be like my pops and my uncles, etc. Be all jealous and controlling. Like me, my family give me shit when all my exes, right? You want to have my benefits come visit. Like why you let your girls dress like that? I go first and foremost, they can dress like they want to. I know they vibe with me. They lay with me, right? I know that they're dedicated. It's called I can't enjoy it. Don't be disrespectful. But yeah, look at them. Yeah, they're gorgeous, banging. Yeah, enjoy.
They can do whatever they want.
Yeah. And I go,
if they're not gorgeous, if they're not banging, they can dress whatever they want.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You can't stop them. Right? If you choose to, you can stop them. But I tell people, if you cannot stop no one cheating. If you have to worry about that, your relationship's been fucking over.
Yeah.
I don't give you like these TikToks. Yeah. I caught a man, woman by the cheating for the third time. For the third time, are you fucking bored? So that's your PO. Gotta check in with them, make sure that everything's good. Fuck all that. Your shit's over. Fucking been over. No, you're not each other's PO.
Not love. It's not love.
You get in trouble, not as your partner.
It's not love. All right, let's end this. Tell me what ink you're getting.
Oh, so I was supposed to get it today, but he's gonna go campus with the reschedule. But I'm gonna get so I have her name right. And next I'm gonna have her name put premeditated, because anyone that cheats premeditated. Anything you do wrong in this world is always premeditated. You thought about it.
That's your ex's name, Jennifer.
Yeah, that's her name.
And you're gonna put premeditated next to it. What does Jennifer think of that?
She laughs about it. She's like, "You're crazy. You're crazy."
Oh.
I was like, "Yo, I'll be crazy, but I sleep a good 1,000. I wake up good 1,000. No worries in the world. Overthinking diminished. Time irrelevant." And so I'm doing that, right?
It feels so good. It feels so good. That's so much better than.
Oh yeah, I see good. I don't like my girl. Like I talked with my girl, my boy Turner. He said they can tell you like, man, like when I'm done a day, right? I'm tired, right? I die. Overthinking. I stay down. I die. It's just that I wake up. I'm like I have to remember like, was I talking to somebody last night? I have to kind of remember because I just died. My alarm wakes me up and cool. Another day. I woke up above ground. Another day to do good. Taking my kid best as, do good best as, and vibe with other amps, and then keep doing my TikToks. Keep doing my TikToks. That's why I'm gonna keep, saying.
Wait, that wasn't my last question.
Go for it.
What class are you gonna teach at Narc University?
What class is life, relationships, and why we suffered?
What's it gonna be called? Why we suffered? Because I think you said that last time.
The name of the class? That's a good question. I'll be like, what's an empath? I guess. I don't know. I love this. Is.
I think you said why we suffered before.
Oh yeah, well that's why I say everything.
And a lot of time,
What?
No, go ahead. A lot of times, like you've got all these things that you could teach about, right? But I asked you one time, and you said, I don't know. This is why we suffered was the last one.
Oh yeah.
And then when I just asked you right now, you were thinking again. I don't know why we suffered. So that's your class.
Right. So it's the reason why. So basically, my unique, right? So basically, it's the answers to life, relationships, and why we suffered. Because some of them are suffering as they speak. Some fell back and they're single for whatever 2-5 years, and they're still trying to figure themselves out. I speak to females. I give females hella fucking props. 9 years celibate because their walls are so fucking high, and some of them are still waiting for their exes to come back. Even though I talked to many females, your ex is married, kids. You're doing good with your own kids, yes, but you don't need by your side. You know expect when I tell you, but you wasted 9 years of life for waiting for this, praying to God and hope, especially because she was Spanish, right? I'm like, in our culture, that's
so sad. So sad.
So I go, as I told Miss, I'm not being rude to you, but she's key work. I go, first and foremost, I tell everybody, real shit, real talk. You have to love yourself 1,000, mind, body, heart, and soul, and self-love 1,000 before you can love anybody in this world. You can have love for your kids, but not 1,000, 605, because your head's not straight. Why do you think a lot of parents or people, don't take kids aside, your partners, your family, etc. You're still trying to figure life out and live life normal, quote unquote, but you're still dealing with your head, right? So that's why people run to jump in religion, do body hopping, do the whole phase, drugs and alcohol, that bullshit. Because especially when they do body hopping or they jump in religion right away, because they think, not know that they can fix themselves with the body by their side.
It feels good.
It feels good, yeah, for
temporarily, but really, what feels the best is
healed.
Peace.
No, yeah, yourself.
Peace.
Oh yeah, that's why me personally when I went through that, I was like, it didn't sound bad when I said it. I said many times even before my TikTok, go my my bio, watch my YouTube channel, etc. I said many times, I'm not knocking on it when I say it, but first and foremost, I want every day a Spanish. I don't give a shit you're Hispanic. I don't give a shit what you are.
You won't date a what?
A Spanish girl.
Oh.
I said it many times. I go, only if you're a woman, not a girl. If you're a woman,
okay.
Open.
I was like, oh, now you got the men and the women pissed.
Right? Yeah. No. Right? No. So that's why. But it still got offended. Also, like Mexican or you're Latina. No. You have to hear what I said. My word. I said only if you're open-minded, woke, 1,000, you're fully healed. Because me, the shit I say, especially about Spanish culture, I'm up the fuck out of us. So if I'm talking about the shit I say about Machito Mandelon, I'm talking about mom and dad, because what they're going through, and that offends you, you can't be by my side. I'll just kick you to the curb. You're wasting my time. See, I'll just drop it like this, like a ton of bricks. Why? Yep. I don't need to be trying to help the world help and then debating with you. No, I'm sorry. You gotta be on the same page with me.
Well, I think that people like you, I could say anything to you. Is it gonna stab you in the heart?
No, I love this.
Exactly.
The only person that can bother me, like I tell people many times, is my kiddos, but that's kids' job to push the buttons. But as far as like teenagers and adults, no. I love this. That's how yo, come at me.
That
please.
Means your ego is healthy.
I'm open-minded.
You love yourself. Your ego is healthy. You're ready to go. If you have somebody next to you, supposed to be your partner, whether they're Spanish or whatever, what you're saying is, if they have an ego that is fragile, any less fragile than yours,
must have in the heart.
It's gonna hold you back. You're gonna take time out of your life. And some people will say, well, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to be a couple. No, it is not. No.
Traditionally speaking wise, yes. In the real world, no. And that's once again. Yeah, that's why back to square one, we were all raising correctly. We're all stuck by tradition, and I got to tell people once again, you and I were talking about this, right? Anyone that watches this in an environment situation, fall back because now you got a lot of information going on, right? Think about your parents, aunties, uncles, grandparents, great, great, great. They've been stuck in a generation for many moons. Because if they didn't teach you the shit you and I are talking about today, they died miserably. They might have had good times overall, but
we always call them strong.
Yes.
They were so strong. Well,
fuck.
They had to be.
Yeah.
They had, first of all, they needed to survive.
Yeah.
Physically, you know. Second of all, they had to survive the roles.
Mentally, and everything.
And in there. All right. I love talking to you. So let's do this again.
Hell yeah. No, let's I can do this all day,
super soon. Let's see if, you know.
Let me see. I'm having the boys this weekend, so potentially Monday evening, not for sure Tuesday.
Okay. Think about that class. That's what we're talking about next.
I'll try to remember. I gotta think of like, I don't even know. Like, tell you, all the time we'll talk. All the time answers the life, relationship.
So I asked you a question. You don't know the answer right off the top of your head.
That one I don't know because I don't even know.
How do you like me now?
I just don't know what's the name of class. I just ask me anything. Ask me 1,000 questions. I got you.
Ask me anything. All right. Bye, dude. Thank you.
My love to you. Always gotta take care of you safe.
Same to you. I love it.
Squares.
Okay, bye.